Hi, everyone. We are here to talk about on-campus job searching. We are going to talk about resources and strategies for undergraduate students. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Julie Bolduc. I'm the Director of Student Employment and Career Operations in the Career Connections Center. And I went to the University of New Hampshire, where I studied English. And my on-campus jobs were with the campus newspaper and the campus magazine. I'm excited to be here today talking about your on-campus job search. Anushka, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. So my name is Anushka, and I am from a tiny yet beautiful country, Nepal. I'm an international student here pursuing my master's degree. Simultaneously, I do work as a career lab ambassador for Career Connection Center.
Thank you. In this video, we are going to talk to you about Handshake, which is our on-campus job search platform. We are also going to talk about resumes and cover letters, contacts for those things, how to look for on-campus jobs, our federal work study program, and best practices for applying to jobs. First, I will talk about Handshake. Handshake is our career platform where you will find on-campus jobs as well as events throughout the year, and on-campus opportunities as well as off-campus opportunities. To get to Handshake, you'll go to clarku.edu, and in the top right corner under quick links, there'll be a drop down where you'll find Handshake. You'll find a login button for Handshake where you'll log in to the platform using your Clark email address and password. And you'll find that your profile has already been populated for you with your major and graduation year. In the upper right corner, you'll find another drop down where you'll see My Documents, and that's where you can upload your resume. And resumes are required to apply for on-campus jobs. If you don't have one yet, that's completely fine. Anushka will be talking about resume formats and the resources that are available to you. And I will let her talk about that right now.
So once you upload your resume and cover letter on Handshake, it is going to come to Career Lab Center, and then we're going to review your resume as well as cover letters for you. As Julia said, even if you don't have a resume, it's fine. You can always schedule in-person or virtual session with us, and we can help you kickstart your resume for an on-campus job. Next slide. So this is just a generic overview of what a resume should look like. It is not a hard fast rule that it should be like this, but then it is a preferred one by Clark. So at first we expect education section to be on top because potential employers do want to know your academic status, what you're studying, which background you belong to, which educational background you have, what your GPA or any awards or honors that you might have. It should always go on top so that a picture inside employer's head. There's a picture inside employer's head about your education status. Then comes relevant experience. I understand that the undergrads might not have years of experience in the relevant areas. However, we always have those hidden experiences. Let's say worked as a babysitter or worked as a server or as a waitress. Those experiences can always go on your resume when you present it in a more professional manner. For example, if you've worked as a waitress and then your job duties were that you served tables and handled customers daily, this goes in more of a normal term. However, when you put that on your resume, you can always rephrase the same statement to provided excellent customer service promptly and efficiently, fulfilling 100 orders a day. This shows your capability of being able to handle clients, and this can always help the employers picture you handling stressful situations and the kind of person you are. Next slide. Other than your relevant experiences, I am pretty sure that the upcoming undergrads are gonna have much experiences in volunteer works or leadership experiences. You can always put that on your resume. Other than that, if you have any academic project works which showcases your skill set of leadership, maybe communication skill, those skill sets can always be presented through these activities on this section. And lastly, skill set section is expected to have more of a hard skill. If you have any computer or programming language skill set, that goes under this section. Social media handling, languages, if you speak more than one language, you can always flaunt that on your resume. And any certification that you might have done goes under this section. Next slide. So for all the on-campus jobs, it is going to require you to write a cover letter. What is a cover letter? It's basically an opportunity for you to explain why you are the best candidate for the position. All the resumes are going to have relevant experience, education, any hard skill set that you might have. But then what stands your application out in a pool of candidate is why you and not the others. Here you tailor your cover letter according to the job that you're applying for. You're not expected to summarize your resume, rather talk about your experiences that is relevant to the position. I have a small example in my next slide. So let's say this is you're applying for a teaching assistant job description, and these are the job duties that you will be expected to do when you're hired. So attend classes as needed, record the class, ensure the camera is operating correctly, keep professor and students in classroom aware of when students on. So this we can analyze this job requires your leadership as well as your communication skill set. So when you're writing your cover letter, you have to flaunt those skill set on your cover letter. I have an example of how you can do that in the next slide. Do not talk about the experiences that are not relevant. So if they want to, if the position is for TA, but then if you write more about I was supervisor at a retail store or was a financial analyst, of course those are very heavy and good experiences, but then if it's not relevant, it's not gonna help you get the job. Rather talk about the experiences that are more relevant to the position. If you've already worked as a campus ambassador, answering questions for prospective students and assisting them with online application, this shows that you are very good with communicating with students, and you can handle any queries that the students might have. You've already done that. This skill set is more relevant for the TA job, which will help you get the position that you're applying for, even if you don't have heavy years of experience. Next slide. So lastly, you guys can contact us for the resume assistance. Like Julia said, you can upload your resumes and cover letters through Handshake, and we will be reviewing your documents and try to get back with feedbacks within 1 to 3 business days. We do not want you to make the changes, but then we'll definitely the changes that we suggest will definitely help your resume get better, and then it is up to you if you think those are good or not. So it's not imposed upon; those will just be suggestions, and then you can make the changes accordingly. For summer right now, we're only taking virtual appointments, which is available through Handshake. If you want to just have a talk about what kind of roles you're interested in for upcoming summer position, you can always schedule an appointment for us. Or else for summer, we are available through Monday through Fridays from 12 to 4 p.m. at ISAC building, first floor.
Thanks, Anushka. For searching for on-campus jobs, when you log into Handshake, in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see a Jobs tab. And under that tab, you will filter on on-campus. It's important to submit your applications as early as possible because it varies widely across the campus. Some people start looking at applications right away, and some don't start looking at applications until the job expires. So you increase your chances of getting hired if you're among the early applicants. But that said, please do take the time to upload your resume Try to incorporate as much feedback as possible that you've been given from the Career Lab staff. You'll see it within the Handshake platform as a comment under your resume. Many jobs are filled by the first week of classes. We begin posting positions around mid-July. And next, I will talk about limited on-campus jobs. So some on-campus jobs are for specific populations of students, such as undergraduates or students in a specific graduate program. If you see the following message that says your school has restricted your ability to apply to this job, you're probably not eligible for the position. Handshake will tell you that you can contact us about the restriction, and you're totally free to do so. You'll see the email address in the system, but you can probably just take it as meaning that you should move on and look for a different job if you see that restriction. Because again, different hiring managers have different needs for their position. Some people hire only undergraduate students. Some departments hire only graduate students. So usually you can tell within the job description. We do try to make the wording in the job description as clear as possible, even in the first line. If you're a student with federal work study, any job on campus other than with Sodexo, our dining services contractor, will count as a work study job. And our community engagement office posts jobs that are work study that are local to the campus community, such as jobs with the Boys and Girls Club or schools and places like that. And those jobs are specifically only for students with federal work study. If you have work study, it doesn't guarantee you a job, unfortunately. So you should apply to any job that interests you and keep applying until you're hired. Another great job search strategy is to mention that you have federal work study in your cover letter so that the hiring manager is aware. Best practices for applying to jobs are shown. So begin looking for positions a few weeks before the semester starts. Anytime mid-July or after is a great time to start looking for a job. And if you apply to jobs, keep applying to the positions that interest you and keep applying until you're hired. Don't apply to about 3 to 5 jobs and then figure that you'll end up with one of them, because unfortunately, there are never enough jobs for the students who want them. Another strategy is you can contact the hiring manager once via email, but anything beyond that is not acceptable in our culture. So emailing once is fine, but going in person to offices and asking about a job should be avoided because it's pretty disruptive to people around campus. Another great strategy is to write a cover letter, even if it's not required. Handshake will show you what's required for applying to the job. It's always a resume. It's usually a cover letter. And some jobs, such as, for instance, a job with our marketing department, they might ask for a writing sample. That will be clear to you in the Handshake platform. So pay attention to those types of details when you're looking at job descriptions. And it's a great strategy to start checking your email regularly once you start applying to jobs. And by that, I mean your clarku.edu email. If a hiring manager contacts you, a great way to impress them is to respond right away. A couple of do's and don'ts to remember. Do customize the cover letter to the position, as Anushka explained. Don't use the same cover letter for all job applications because it's usually pretty obvious when students do that. Do start applying in July and August. Don't wait until mid-semester to start applying. Although jobs are continually approved throughout the year, your biggest chances of getting hired are in the July and August timeframe. And for spring, it's November and December. Here are the resources that are available to you. So website resources can be found at connections.clarku.edu. In the resources tab, you'll see resume templates specifically for first-year students, as well as a cover letter template that walks you through all the different parts of a cover letter. In addition, if you'd like more in-person assistance, you can make an appointment on the Career Lab through Handshake under Career Connections Center and Career Lab. If you would like additional information about on-campus jobs, you can make an appointment for the on-campus job search by going to Career Connections Center on-campus job search. Thank you very much. Here are some email contacts if you need further assistance. So for resume assistance, you can email careerlab@clarku.edu, or for job search assistance, you can email oncampusemployment@clarku.edu. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you this fall.